In this section, we will look at logging into a typical Windows-based computer on campus. For machines running the Windows 7 operating system, the login screen will look like this. Simultaneously press the Control, Alt, and Delete keys on your keyboard to bring up the login options. Once the username and password fields display, enter your username and password into the appropriate fields. Your username is typically your last name followed by your first initial. If you do not know your username, please stop by Computer Services in the T-Building office area. Once your username and password are in the appropriate fields, either hit the Return key on your keyboard or click the arrow here to log in. If your password was recently reset or changed by a network administrator, you might find a prompt asking you to change your password upon your first successful login. Once the red X appears with the password reset instructions, click OK. On this screen, enter the new password that you would like to use and confirm that password in the last line. Click the arrow here or hit Return on your keyboard to accept the changes. This prompt will notify you that your change was successful. Click OK to continue. At this point, your new password is now associated with your user account. You can change your password at any time once you're logged into Windows. Hit Ctrl-Alt-Delete to bring up this menu and select the Change Password option here at the bottom. Enter your current password in the second line here. In the last two lines, select your new password and enter it. Be sure to select a secure password that you will remember. Never share your password with anyone else. Once your password is set, click the arrow here on the right or hit Return on your keyboard to associate that new password with your account. Another account that you will use at HF is your student Google account. HF provides you with this account to easily communicate with teachers as well as to access a variety of online resources. To log into your Google account from a standard computer, open a web browser such as Firefox or Chrome. Navigate to www.google.com in the URL bar here at the top. Once at Google's homepage, locate the Sign In button here in the top right corner. To sign in, use your full HF Google email address as your username in the top line here. This is typically your last name, followed by your first initial, at student.hf233.org. Enter your Google password on the next line. Be aware that your Google password may not be the same as your Windows password. Once your username and password are entered, click Sign In. Once you are logged in, you can browse to your various Google applications, including email and Google Drive, using the button grid in the top right corner of the page. Logging into your Google account from a Google Chrome box, as opposed to a typical computer, is very similar. The only difference is the login screen's appearance. Once at the login screen, simply use your full Google email address and Google password to log in. To change or update your Google password from any device, select your email address in the top right corner after being logged in and browse to the Account link here. Once your account information comes up, switch to the Security tab here and then click on the Change Password link. On this screen, enter your current password at the top. Enter your new password and confirm that new password in the next two lines. Make sure that your password is at least 8 characters long. Click Change Password to confirm the update. To log out of your Google account, select your email address from the top right corner and choose Sign Out. In this section, we look at accessing your PowerSchool account. This is where you can keep track of your grades and attendance. To access PowerSchool from a computer, start at HF's homepage, www.hfhighschool.org. Navigate to the Students tab at the top. Then, scroll down until you find the PowerSchool image on the left. Click on the PowerSchool image to find information about logging in to PowerSchool. Once you're ready to log in, click the PowerSchool image here. Once you're at the PowerSchool login page, enter your username, which will most likely be your last name followed by your first initial. For the password, use the same password that you used to sign into Windows, as these two accounts are tied together. If you reset your Windows password, you are also resetting your PowerSchool password. If you find that you cannot access your PowerSchool account from home, try logging into Windows here on campus to resolve the issue, since those accounts are in fact tied together. Windows passwords regularly expire and require a reset about once a month. To access PowerSchool from a smartphone or mobile device, download the free PowerSchool application from your device's application store. The mobile PowerSchool application is available for both Android and iPhone devices. There are two main places where you can store your school data, such as essays and digital projects. You are allotted some space on HF's network storage area, more commonly called the H drive. While logged into Windows, select Start, and then browse to your computer's name here on the right. Find your network or H drive at the bottom. You can double-click on the drive to see the contents that you have stored there. Be sure that you save your classwork to this location if necessary, so that your data is accessible to you from any computer you log into on campus. Another area to store your data is in your Google account using Google Drive. A major advantage to using Google Drive is that your data is accessible from any computer connected to the internet, even your computer at home or at a library. You do not need to be on HF's campus to access your Google Drive data. To see your data here, log into your Google account and then select the Google Drive application from the application grid here at the top. Keep in mind that both your H drive and your Google Drive storage services should only be used for school-related projects and nothing more.